Hi, I'm here today to talk to Diane Campbell from the Lavender Room. Hi, Diane, how are you?
Hiya. Yes, I'm fine.
Now, tell me a bit about your business. It's a nice name you've got, the Lavender Room. Why did you choose that?
I chose it because it was kind of a generic term. I've trained in lots of therapies and I didn't want to call myself a reflexologist or a therapist or, to narrow it down to just one thing. So Lavender Room, it's coloured lavender and a kind of lavender to me, evocative of relaxation and calming and soothing and all the kind of things that my therapies, bring together into one.
And I can see in the background there you've got a lot of like essential oils. They look actually quite a display there. Do you make or supply or provide these to your customers?
Those, the ones you can see here, they're flower essences, flower and vibrational essences. I do have a whole other section separate from them that's essential oils. I make essences, although I'm not really a producer, sort of selling them very much retail. I mostly make treatment bottles up for people to support them in whichever way they're required. Having said that, there's a couple of my own. I've got a lovely magnolia essence that's very good for sort of heart support. If you're feeling a bit sort of or not feeling the love you need, or perhaps going through grief, that kind of thing, and you need to feel kind of nurtured and held. I've got this beautiful, very sort of cerise pink magnolia tree at the bottom of the garden, and I made an essence from that. And the other one of mine, it kind of combines the yoga practice with the essences. And there's something called Yoga Nidra, Nidra, and it's kind of translated to yogic sleep. And I was prompted to make this one of my retreats, and sort of a 40-minute yoga nidra session is equivalent of a 3-hour sleep. So I made it whilst I was teaching this, and people have tried it and they said, oh, that's really good, it's really helped me to sleep. So they're the kind of two main ones of mine that's sort of out there that you can get hold of.
So you use them as part of your treatments when you're sort of
Yeah,
prescribing
yeah,
a solution or finding a solution for somebody.
yes. And I've always got this, this kind of phrase at the back of my mind. You would say that jack of all trades, master of none. And I've always felt a bit, I don't really like that phrase. I kind of think over the years I've trained in lots of different therapies. And to me, they've been just little tools that I've brought along the way. And I've now got this massive big toolkit of various different things. So whether they're physical tools like physical, yoga postures, stretches and twisters and working into the physical body, whether that's meditation side from yoga, or I really like to do visualizations as well, kind of led guided meditations, or whether it's working with an essence or essential oils, and I'll make a product up from essential oil blends. Whether you're struggling, anxiety seems to be very apt at the moment. There's lots of people. Yeah, so there's essences and there's essential oils. So it might be that a particular person might need something to put in the bath to help them to relax and to be able to sleep. There's an essence that they can put into their water, or just take a couple of drops on the tongue. And it's just kind of finding the individual combination of solutions for each individual.
Yeah, it's very personalised and tailored to the individual then.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's almost like I kind of visualize it as kind of learning from both ends. So I've learned this bit of information, I've learned that bit of information, and it's all kind of coming together. And the individual person, they might come to me for a treatment if they live local and come for a hands-on treatment. They might come to me with one thing, and then when I'm chatting to them, I think, well, actually, perhaps massage or reflexology isn't the right thing for you, but a bit of an essence or a product to take away to use, or a meditation practice, I can always do them a personalized meditation to help them, if they're looking to change things. Again, it's a big time at the moment of change. Lots of people have have this extra time at home, being forced to not do their normal routine, whether they're working or not. Things have changed for us all, that they've perhaps had a chance to reassess their lives and think, well, actually, I would like to do something different, whether it's to change in relationships, whether it's to maybe go in a different direction with their career, or perhaps to start up a new business, and they might feel overwhelmed or not feel confident enough, and things like the essences can really help them to get that strength from within to
Yeah.
then make the decision in whichever way.
And you've got an excellent website there, which we'll put up just now. So it's thelavenderroom.co.uk. And it's headed up Natural Holistic Therapies for a Wealth of Wellness. I mean, that's quite an attractive headline there. And across the top, we can see, you're a yoga specialist. You also help a lot of, and you mentioned this here, yes, your guide to managing menopause naturally.
Yes, and it's kind of a bigger picture. So it's, October is an International Menopause Awareness Month, and it's very much not so much about looking at swapping, providing a hormonal replacement like HRT in a natural way. I did a webinar a few years ago looking to try and see what was the main thing that people were needing support with in menopause. And I thought it was going to be things like hot flushes. I was really shocked that anxiety was actually the number one issue that people had. So it's interesting that that's, with all what we've been going through and through all the whole, 18 months of lockdowns and COVID and whatever, the anxiety is way through the roof. There's ways of me helping people to overcome that, whether it's just to give you breathing techniques, meditations, or guided meditations, and there's some of the flower essences that can help with that. It can be made bespoke for you, because we've all got slightly different ways of working with things, haven't we? So I have got a little bit of an ebook that you can download through the website that's got a few little tips of simple things that you can do.
And that gives people a little starting point there as well. And then tell me about your actual physical classes then. Where are they based, and how do people get in touch with you, and how often are the sessions taking place?
Okay, so I live in Wirral, which is just across the river from Liverpool. We're a little peninsula, 60 square miles, and I've done a lot of work over the years. I taught in gyms, mainly because it suits my lifestyle. I can go on holiday when I want to, not when the schools are on holiday. So I've done a lot of work. I work for the local authority in their gyms at the moment. I do some private classes. I am involved with a local charity, and I use their facilities at the Sea Cadets in Birkenhead. So I use their hall, which is a lovely space actually, for a beginner's class on a Tuesday night. There's another thing that seems to have come out of this whole lockdown and people reassessing their lives, that there's lots of people wanting to start to learn to come and do yoga. And even in the local authority council classes, there's been a lot of brand new people that are really stiff or got no idea whatsoever. So we really have broken it down to very much beginners. So do a Tuesday night in there, 6:15. I'm pretty much out every day at the moment doing a class here, there and everywhere. But all the classes are listed on my website, and I do update them as and when things change.
So that's a good starting point if anyone's in Wirral or the surrounding area.
And I do restorative yoga is my kind of thing. I really got into it a couple of years ago. I was covering other people's classes in the summer holidays when everybody else goes on holiday. So I ended up doing twice the amount of classes that I normally do. And I got to a midweek point and I thought, I've got to go out and teach 3 classes today, and my body is really up to it. So I did an online restorative yoga class, and I was really amazed by how it changed. I felt like, it does what it says on the tin, it restores you. And I then went off and taught my other 7 classes for the rest of the week. So I went in and delved into it, and I did some training 2 years ago now, and I really love the restorative yoga. So do a Tuesday morning class just for an hour in a lovely local gym at Claremont Farm, 10 to 11. And I do a monthly 2-hour yoga nidra and a restorative yoga session, which is like a whole reboot and reset for the month. So it's usually the first Friday of the month.
And your online yoga and meditation classes are under classes and workshops, so people can see what's available online. So if they're anywhere in the UK, they can contact you as well.
Yeah. And there's always the possibility of doing a hybrid of online and in person. And the meditation class was something that we started up in lockdown when people wanted to do a bit more meditation, and obviously we couldn't get together at the time.
Really good prices there as well, so it's very, very affordable. And I know that that's kind of one of your strategies, is to make it as affordable as possible for everybody.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I've worked where I am in the local authority, because anybody can just walk in off the street, do a class. You don't have to sign up for a membership or anything like that.
And this sort of managing menopause, it's a big piece of the puzzle for you, and it's an area of your expertise. Can you explain for any of the viewers how that works and how you've managed to help people?
So that, again, it's coming back to what I'm talking about for these individual sessions. It's working with your symptoms. So, for example, hot flushes is a big thing. Of course, I'm at that age myself. Over the years, I've been training for the last, 26 years or so in different therapies. And as I've learned a different skill and we've come across and menopause has been mentioned, it's kind of like gone in like a vault in the back of my brain. I thought, that'll be useless later on in life. And then, I've trained in lots of different therapies along the way. And then now it's suddenly a thought, actually, I can use all of this. And, I've got all these various different skills. So I kind of bring them to the forth now. So if I need them, there's breathing techniques that we can use in yoga that can cool you down if you're having a hot flush. And I can remember teaching that and got really good success with that. Some of the meditation just generally to kind of, that overwhelm and kind of brain fog, to just take a moment to just drop into your body and ground and root and connect into the moment, can kind of stop all that, anxiety. And sometimes you feel like you've lost your mind.
Yeah.
And it, and it is nice that people are now starting to talk about it, because I do hear people saying, oh, people don't talk about menopause. Well, I find I tend to attract students that are of that same age, all going through this at the same time with lots of different symptoms and different needs.
Well, you've got lots of things there, Diane, for people to look at. It's a really good service that you provide, and it's a very natural service, and it's a very friendly and tailored and personalised service. Good on you for doing that, and good on you for making your prices affordable. What we'd love to do is for as many people as possible to watch this video, to understand the range of services that you have and the areas that you are expert in, and to connect with you so that they can actually reach out to you either locally or online and get involved and see if that helps them. Because the more people you help, I know that you really enjoy getting those results and that you've had great results for people.
And it's not a quick fix. And it's like that whole, the therapist always say about the peeling of the onion. You come with one thing and we kind of start to work on that. We realise that isn't really the problem. Like sometimes you get an ache or a pain somewhere and you think, oh, what have I done here? But it's actually coming from somewhere else. And that's often, again, the same thing. You think it's one thing, we'll work with that. And we realise, no, actually, it's another issue.
Yeah.
I mean, I've also trained in things like hypnotherapy and counselling and all kinds of things. And, pendulum dowsing and all kinds of things that you sometimes forget that you've done until and it seems to come to me when it's needed. I'll be talking to somebody and I suddenly get this idea. It's not coming from my head. It's kind of as I think, right, we need to use this, or this essence needs to be used, or we need to do perhaps some Reiki, or we need to do a bit of massage or some reflexology or whatever it might be. Just it's intuitive. It's not preconceived. It's not prescriptive. That's where it's.
That's it, and that's where the expertise. That's where your expertise comes in, and people are tapping into the knowledge and the hands-on and the online experience you've got and the results you've managed to get. So, thank you very much for today. It's been an absolute pleasure to chat to you and to find out more about your business. It's the lavenderroom.co.uk. Please visit and get involved. Thank you, Diane. You're an absolute star. All the best.
Bye.